Welcome to Concordance and Coffee. I am your host, and I'm so glad you could join me today.
Carry your crosses, taking your losses, gaining your crowns, losing no ground, disciples. Disciples, light them up, disciples, light them up, disciples, light them up, light them up, light them up.
Welcome to Concordance and Coffee. I'm your host, Minister Dewan Coleon, and we're going to break it down in the Hebrew and the Greek when necessary so that you can get a full context understanding in the English. Concordance and Coffee, get your coffee. You are given time to choose light or dark. And at the appointed time, God's coming back. Jesus is coming back and separating light and dark from the beginning. And those that are in covenant with him will live in eternity, in lightness, in the new heavens and earth. And those who are against, who choose to do and manifest and do what they want to do, like Satan did, will be separated. It's just that simple. That's all this is. We have gotten pulled in all directions thinking life is about us and what we do. And no, none of this stuff is going with you when you die. I don't care if you make pyramids and put it in pyramids. None of it is going with you. Nothing you do in this life is nothing. It's vanity. It means nothing. I don't care how famous you are. They forget about you. Everything forgets about you. And according to the statistics, if you become wealthy, and this is all wealth, doesn't matter if you're black or white, it says by the time it gets to the second generation, 70% is lost. And by the time it gets to the third generation, it's all gone. It's all vanity. All the stuff you're doing, you working and degrees, and it don't mean anything. If you had to stand right now in the middle of the expanse of space and time, and you had a choice to go to the right, to the light, or go to the left, to the fire and the darkness, 100% of the people, even the devil worshipers, are not going to choose to go to the fire. But that's what your life is. That's what it is. All this other stuff is vanity. We're going to show that. And you've seen it. It's vanity. All the stuff you're doing, all the stuff you talk about, all the stuff you post about, fraternities, sororities, clubs, football, basketball, I did this, I did that, awards, accolades, all that stuff is vanity. It means nothing. You take none of it with you. You're going to stand before God, and he's going to judge you whether or not you was in order, whether or not you decided to take the appropriation for your sins, which was through him, through his son, or not. That's it. That's all this is. And the devil will get you tied up and wasting all this energy and time focused on all this stuff that don't matter. How many times have you heard stories of people who were on their deathbed or seriously ill and realized they were about to die, and they realized a lot of what they did in life was irrelevant and doesn't matter. You just doing you exactly. And I'm going to tell you the truth. The blood's not going to be on my hands because God gave me this information, this wisdom. I'm going to tell you because I don't want nobody to end up in the lake of fire, damned. That's not what I want. So I'm going to tell you what it is. Y'all can go listen to these preachers and bishops that tell you what it's not. And at the end of the day, it's going to be on you. And so when you look at the book of Enoch, the book of Enoch does a great job, starting with Enoch chapter 41. He gives you this, what was before the heavens and earth and the angelic beings and what happened, the state of how they got kicked out of the heavens, which led to God doing in the beginning, creating the heavens in the earth, this realm for human beings to be able to decide their covenant or no covenant and their fate, or whether or not they were going to be able to be in a place with God in eternity. That's all this is about. So when we look at the book of Enoch, I'm going to go to chapter 48. It says, and at that hour, the Son of Man was named in the presence of the Lord of Spirits, and his name brought to the head of days. In the beginning, when you look at that word, beginning, it's the first, it's the head, it's the chief. Jesus is the Son of Man. He's the head of days. He was in the beginning. He says, before the sun and the signs were created. This confirms what I was telling you. There was a time before the time. And so when we start in Genesis 1:1, that ain't the start. That's just this period. Just like you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, this is Wednesday. There was a Tuesday and a Monday and a Sunday before that. So the head of days, Jesus, the Son of Man, before the stars of the heaven were made. His name was named before the Lord of Spirits, which is God, Elohim. That's who the Lord of Spirits is that Enoch is talking about. He shall be a staff to the righteous and not fall. He shall be the light of the Gentiles. You know, Jesus is the light of the world. He puts the light in us and we become the light into the world. Those who receive the miracle of salvation, we become a part of the covenant, and we take up our cross and follow him. We die to ourselves. Again, we die to ourselves because this, what you see and what you experience, ain't real. This life you in is not the real thing. This is just, I'm not saying it's not real in the sense that you're not experiencing it, but this is not what it's about. There's a whole bigger outcome that's at play here. And that's why Jesus said, if you're trying to keep your life, you'll lose it. And if you lose it, you'll gain it. And the world tells you to do everything you can to keep your life, knowing that you're going to end up in damnation, eternally separated from Elohim, the Lord of Spirits. And it says, all who dwell down, verse 5, shall fall down and worship before him, talking about the Son of Man, Jesus, and will praise and bless and celebrate with the song of the spirits. And for this reason, he has been chosen, hidden before him, before the creation of the world evermore. This was the plan before the creation, before your Genesis 1:1 in the beginning. This was always the plan. The devil knew this when he went to deceive Adam and Eve, because he knew what the plan was. He was like, what can I do to throw them off and get them out of covenant, get them off track, off course? Because the devil had already been thrown out. Understand that. But the thing is, God in his divine providence and sovereignty, he has to test everything. So if he's going to give you free will, which he does, he's going to test to see, are you going to follow his will, his way, his covenant, his commandments? Or are you going to do your own, do as thy will. Listen to the devil that's telling you how to be your own God and manifest this and do that. And he ain't told you that you're going to spend eternity in hell with him. He kind of left that part out. He just got you sold on the fact that you could be God.